2, 3. We got this. All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, we've been tracking severe weather all afternoon and evening long. I'm 5 News Chief Meteorologist Matt Sanders, meteorologist Michelle Trotter. She's been working the radar, talking with the National Weather Service. We want to give you an update this evening because we still have some strong thunderstorms throughout the River Valley. We've got 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in our neck of the woods. We also have some tornado warnings approaching now Little Rock and Conway, but here at home, let's focus on what we've got going on right now. The yellow color shows you a tornado watch that's in effect until 11 o'clock tonight. That still includes Fort Smith, Van Buren, south into Boonville, Paris, Clarksville, Charleston. Charleston, we've been hit hard today. Coming up, you're going to want to tune in for our 5 News at 10 because we'll have a complete roundup of where all the storm reports have been. To be honest, we don't have as much in terms of tornado reports. We've seen funnels throughout the day. We've seen tornadoes on the ground as well. National Weather Service may go out tomorrow to see if they can kind of analyze, what kind of tornado did we get, maybe rate 1 or 2. But a lot of them have been in rural areas, or if they've been around Fort Smith or Barling, they kept touching down in maybe a rural pocket or 2. But we have just a few reports and maybe some wind damage. What we have is a lot of hail damage, and we continue to have hail threats right now. Right now, we're showing you the radar just across the whole area right now. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning in eastern Johnson County. This is north of Clarksville. And we have another severe thunderstorm warning in eastern or south central eastern, kind of just the heart of Leflore County is what I should say. But this one's moving east into Scott County. Looks like we've got a couple cells now backing up on this northwest side too. These are going to be coming in towards Poteau. Be on the lookout in Poteau, Kavanaugh Hill. More storms are firing up. These are near Red Oak and crossing the county line into Leflore County. But right now, the biggest storm is in Heavener. Heavener, we're getting those the heavy rain, lightning, and let's take a look at some of that hail too. We've got a pocket of hail on the south side of Heavener. It was a little bit bigger. The hailstones themselves were a little bit bigger back west, kind of approaching Tallahena. But we've got some hail on the south side of Heavener, some gusty winds with this storm. In Poteau, we're good now, but here back towards the west, we're watching a couple thunderstorms starting to get on and going, and we'll see if they try to produce any hail too. National Weather Service is reissuing this severe thunderstorm warning right now for us in Leflore County. Let's take a look at some of the hail threats that we have farther north. We're just barely being clipped by this severe thunderstorm warning in northeastern Johnson County. This is away from Clarksville. We've had some small hail, not anywhere near some of the hail that we had earlier today. We had hail sizes between 2 to 3 inches in places like Spiro and Barling, south side of Fort Smith, coming right towards those dealerships on the south side as you're wrapping in Vienna Hills. And then as you head eastbound, Charleston, Barling, Lavaca, a lot of us along 22. 22 has been just kind of a highway for storms today, but it looks like the hail threat's a lot lower. We have a tornado warning for Pope County, and that does include I believe it still includes the Russellville area as they continue to get hail and that tornado threat. Let's go and loop back. Meteorologist Michelle Trotter, she's with me. Michelle, you've been watching these thunderstorms too. Is there anything that you're noticing with the National Weather Service right now?
They seem pretty quiet right now. Looking at that severe thunderstorm warning, it's just 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail right now.
Okay, 60-mile-per-hour winds, quarter-sized hail. We're on right on the edge, the bare minimum that it takes to get a severe thunderstorm warning. And that's the one in Leflore?
Yes.
Okay, south of Poteau. But we are noticing a couple cells on the other side of Kavanaugh Hill that are now getting a little bit bigger. We'll keep our eye on them. But the main cell right now that is actively producing severe weather is in Heavener, right over Heavener. At times, there's been some rotation. You see this drop off with the red and the green. We've got some just general light rotation with this storm. That rotation will be crossing 59 here shortly, over 59 in Heavener. We've got the hail right now. But otherwise, we'll continue to watch any kind of circulations that try to pop up this evening for you guys. It's another way to look at it. It's super messy. Right in here, we've got a little bit of rotation. Not enough for tornado warning, but just something to keep your eye on at this time. But the hail is really the biggest threat that we have. Hail has been falling all the way from the township of Leflore and eastbound, crossing 271, and then now it's crossing 59. Just south of Heavener, we've got some of that hail. So Huebner, we're getting that heavy rain, and we'll continue to do so for probably the next 20, 30 minutes. We're just getting pounded with that heavy rain, and you hear the rumbles of thunder. You may see with some of the lightning. Of course, we had sunset here shortly just a while ago, and this will continue to press eastbound. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's kind of take a quick overview of what everyone's seeing. I'll step off to the side so you can see everything. Northwest Arkansas, we are in the clear. Been kind of boring today, to be honest. Now, we had some downpours in Washington County earlier this afternoon, but those quickly dissipated. They got into some of the cooler air that we have from Fayetteville north into Johnson, Springdale, and Bella Vista, Bentonville, Rogers, and those faded away pretty quickly. I think we're going to be good tonight in Northwest Arkansas. In the River Valley, we still have a few more hours to go. I think eventually most of this is going to push into central Arkansas, and then I think we're going to be done. But we're still watching this severe thunderstorm warning, south central LeFlore County, dropping some hail, and then we're wrapping things up in and around Clarksville right now. I'll go ahead and move towards the Clarksville area. Let's zoom in, because it looks like we've got a few more cells trying to pop up again, too. Yeah, this one's falling apart. They're going to just lead this up till it probably expires. But we've got a few downpours in and around Johnson County right now, up in north to Oark and Batson. We've got some of that heavy rain. Clarksville, mainly east of town, we've had that heavy rain. Earlier today, we had a funnel cloud that was passing over Knoxville, and then we might have had a quick touchdown near the Piney Bay campground there, just east of town, as you're crossing into Pope County. And then now we continue to have that tornado warning eastbound, as it looks like it's clearing Russellville, headed east along I-40, eventually towards Conway. National Weather Service putting out a special weather statement for that storm. Michelle, it looks like it's the storm that's just now forming that could try to impact Poto here shortly.
Yeah, and that special weather statement goes until about 9 o'clock.
Okay, 9 o'clock. There's that storm. Let me go ahead and I'll kind of loop it over the past 15 minutes. Take a look at this. See how they're flaring up? Stronger thunderstorms coming in, not severe at the moment, just underneath severe criteria. To be a severe thunderstorm warning or a severe thunderstorm, you need 58-mile-per-hour winds and you need some quarter-sized hail. That's 1-inch size hail. We're not there yet. We've got maybe nickel-sized hail, so we're close. We're already starting to beef these storms up. The hail in these storms just now starting to form. Here's Kavanaugh Hill. And so when you're wrapping Kavanaugh back towards the west and south and west, right along 271, just kind of into the Worcester areas where we got that pocket of hail right now. This is going to be coming in towards Poto. You guys be on the lookout. The storm is strengthening. Not severe yet, but it may turn severe. Poto, we would be next. Worcester, we're going to be on the edge of this storm as it comes in. This is another way to look at it. Lots of kind of messy at the moment, but these cells may try to organize as they head 270 Fanshawe eastbound. They're going to come 271, and then you head right into the Poto area. We've got more of those storms be firing up. We've got severe weather threats just this evening. Level 3. This is a new update, Michelle, too. In fact, I'm going to have to move the numbers. Everything is starting to push farther south. We're starting to watch some cooler air start to move into the northern fringes of the River Valley. Some of that cooler air is finally breaking way through the mountains, and we're cooling off just a touch from Crawford County into Franklin County and Johnson County. Level 3 severe threat still for the heart of the River Valley, but it's a little bit farther towards the south. So that's some good news. Still level 2 severe threat the next couple of hours in Van Buren, Fort Smith, Barling, Mountainburg, Alma, Salisaw. Level 1 severe threat. Just got to move these numbers. Otherwise, still some severe weather possible this evening, and we're going to be on top of it for you guys. I want to take you live outside in Pensacola right now. You're looking towards Kavanaugh Hill, and now you really can't see it because, of course, we're getting dark now. But we've got those storms coming in from the south and west in central LeFlore County. And so we'll be watching those closely as they march east. One severe thunderstorm warning right over Huebner, headed eastbound. Eventually we'll be crossing into Scott County shortly. And we can take a look at that too. Let's go ahead and look at some of the timings right now for Scott County. Michelle, do you know how fast that one's moving in LeFlore? Probably about the same as some of the others.
Let's see. LeFlore. It was a long time ago. Hold on, I can't see.
I know, yeah, it's been sitting there for a while.
I gotta click on it now. 20 miles per hour.
Oh, it's even slower. I think these storms are playing a game. Who can go the slowest? Okay. Let's move this. It's kind of drifting. Look at some of the scans. It's kind of moving a little bit northeast, but Sugar Creek here in about 10 minutes. Waldron, we could get clipped by this storm, but not for another 50 minutes. Tate and Boonville, another hour or so from now. We've got a while. Boonville, we've been quiet today. We've been watching storms up north. You see in that northern sky just hitting people over and over again along Arkansas 22. But otherwise, we've been dry in Boonville. That may change here shortly. Let's go and take that off. Once again, if you have any pictures or videos of any of the hail or any of the storms, you can go ahead and just go on our 5 News app, and you scroll down a little bit. There's a submit feature there. Go ahead and upload the photo there. Give us a couple of details of information. Where was it, so that we can know, and we'll pass it along to the National Weather Service and just hit submit, and we'll be good to go. But it looks like the storms are coming slowly to an end in Johnson County. That's back here towards the north and east here on the map. We still got some rain and downpours, but that cooler air is moving in. In fact, let me show you some of that cooler air. I want to show you the temperature map, and we also have the winds overlaid on it too. Michelle, looks like that that north wind is already making its way farther south. We got that north wind now coming into Poteau, so that may continue to actually help weaken things with these storms in LaFleur County. That'd be great news.
That is some good news. I feel like we definitely need a break after tonight.
It's been a long night, hasn't it? We've got 60s along I-40. South of I-40, we're in the 70s. I think that severe threat continues to be pushed on towards the south, but we'll have to see if these storms try to struggle a little bit. They can still get intense. You can still drop some hail. In fact, cooler air, I mean, it kind of likes cool air, right? It's ice. But there's a couple other dynamics to it. But a lot of times when you get that north wind, you can try to kill some of these storms a little bit. But so we'll watch. But, man, we still got the 70s in LaFleur County, southern Sebastian County. Anywhere you see that orange color, Scott County, southern Logan County, we've got that chance for still maybe a couple more storms this evening as we're watching them come in from the west. Let's see. Okay, National Weather Service. Did they reissue a warning on LaFleur?
No, they just kind of upped the hail just a little bit.
Let's create a new one. See that? It's just now the newest update. Yeah, new severe thunderstorm warning for northern LaFleur County. Do you see that last one now?
Yes.
I think it just popped up.
And it includes Sebastian as well.
Sebastian, okay. New severe thunderstorm warning coming in right over Poteau. This thing is coming in over Kavanaugh Hill. This is on the southern slopes of Kavanaugh Hill. Let's see. Let me go ahead and pause this. This thing's moving north and east, but this is already coming in. It's already now have arrived into the fairgrounds, into the south side of Poteau. You got the interchange with 59 and 271. They got the Ford dealership, and then as you head north towards Bud's and Carl Albert, you've got the rain coming in there too. I can show you where the hail is at this time for central LaFleur County. Once again, new severe thunderstorm warning, including Poteau, Shady Point, Calhoun, Cameron, also Monroe. You're going to be included on this. Hail is on the southwestern slopes of Kavanaugh. Do they have any? Do you know how fast they're moving, Michelle, on that storm, that new one?
They are moving 25.
Okay, 25 miles per hour. Moving into kind of updating a couple of systems here too. All right, so you see that hail pocket. We got some quarter-sized hail. Here's Kavanaugh, Poteau. We got Poteau High School here, right along 59. You head south, and you get towards the fairgrounds. We've got hail just coming in towards the south and west. This hail pocket is likely to come over Kavanaugh Hill. So you've got friends and family, Kavanaugh Hill, hail coming in for them. And then this should probably cross near downtown Poteau, maybe more north side, towards the Walmart Supercenter. You got the Holiday Inn Express there. It's Choctaw Plaza. Then north into Shady Point and Panama is where some of this hail may move in here shortly. Let me go back to radar. wonder if we can see it right now with the camera. It's getting dark, so our camera's going to be a little more difficult to see. That's a live look in Fort Smith. This is a live look in Bacola. So Kavanaugh Hill's about here. You see the flashes of lightning there in the distance. Of course, we're starting to get dark now, but there's Kavanaugh. Hard to see, but there's Kavanaugh. And we've got a storm that's now starting to drop hail on Kavanaugh. Eventually probably headed east and north to Bacola. There's a flash of lightning there in the distance. A little bit easier to see some of the lightning here in the nighttime hours. But let me go ahead and back to radar. Here's a wide view. Cold front continues to spark these storms for us. Just can't catch a break.
And they are moving so slow.
They are moving slow. That makes them even tougher too.
So right now we do have 2 tornado warnings. The one Matt was talking about, this one is for Los Sebastian and Lafleur County. This one goes until 9:15. This would be heading towards Bacola, but it's moving about 25 to 20 miles per hour, so very slow. Like Matt was saying, everyone probably having a race who can go the slowest today. Here's kind of breaking down some timings if you live in Lafleur County or parts of Sebastian County. Poteau 6:24, Rock Island 9:03, Bacola 9:16, and just know it's 8:22 right now. So this 8:24 Poteau be the fastest in 2 minutes. Bacola 9:16 if it continues moving at this pace. So probably in the next 50 minutes or so. Fort Coffee 9:19, which is almost an hour. It's moving that slow. And I'm going to go ahead and take this off for you. But if you zoom in onto that storm, it's barely even producing any thunder or lightning. You can see maybe one strike right there just to the north west of Kennedy, but I would just expect some heavy downpours, maybe some high winds with this. The National Weather Service was saying about 60 to 65 mile per hour winds and about quarter size hail. So expect that with this storm, maybe Poteau in the next minute or two. And then we have this storm just to the south of Lafleur County as well. This one's actually producing a good amount of lightning. You can just see that pink and that red that indicates some heavy rainfall. Possibly some quarter-sized hail as well. Just want to mention that we do still have a tornado watch issued for the counties in yellow that goes until about 11 o'clock, so about, if I could do my math right, 2.5 hours. But I will say I think they would be able to expire that sooner, but just, for the next few hours, stay weather alert, stay weather aware. We'll make sure to keep you updated with everything. But right now we only have these 2 cells that we're watching, and they're both in Lafleur County, moving pretty slow, 20 to 25 miles per hour. But it's good that things have quieted down just a bit. I feel like me and Matt were live for about 3 hours, 4 hours with a lot of tornado warnings. Most of the tornado warnings right now are across central Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas, for us here in Washington and Benton County, we kind of were spared because we had those storms last night, and that kind of helped us out. That atmosphere has kind of run down just a little bit. So that's why the River Valley has seen the most storms today. And again, we only have 2 warnings right now. The one for Poteau goes until about 9:15. And then the one down to the south of Lafleur County goes till about 8:30.
So it'd be interesting to see how these evolve over time as they push north in some of that cooler air. But
Is your mic on?
there it is. I tapped it for a second. I was filling my water bottle. But yeah, this storm is moving north and east as it pushes into some of this cooler air closer to Fort Smith. It may weaken. We'll have to see. But we do have some northerly winds starting to blow from Fort Smith, Van Buren after some of the hail damage that we've had. We have crews right now going throughout the River Valley. We're going to be live at 10 on our 5 News, just on the 5 News channel, Channel 5 itself, as we do a recap of where we saw damage today. We had a lot of hail damage. We don't have so much in terms of tornado damage. There was a roof that was impacted on a chicken house, but it's a little bit more difficult. A lot of the little touchdowns that may have happened were in rural areas. A lot of times it was near Highway 22 or maybe just south of Highway 22 as they marched from, from Barling and Lavaca, Subiaco, Shoal Creek, Charleston, Paris too. And so we'll continue to watch those. But yeah, it's been a pretty active day. Multiple tornado warnings, and now no tornado warnings for us, but we have those 2 severe thunderstorm warnings for eastern Oklahoma, LeFlore County. Now, Sebastian County, we have a little bit of a sliver that we're also included. Zoom in a little bit more. I think we'll get some more town names. There we go. So this it may be close to Hartford. Let me see. Hartford's a little bit farther south. Hackett, we're included in this severe thunderstorm warning. Hartford's a little bit farther south, and Midland too. Here's Sugarloaf. We're going to be getting some rain here very shortly. Monroe, Cameron, the rain's just off towards the west and south of us. Poto, that rain is really picking up. And so we'll continue to watch that heavy batch of rain move north and east. All right, so let's do a wide view. Like Michelle was talking about, been very quiet in northwest Arkansas. River Valley, we've had several thunderstorms, mostly from just outside Fort Smith and then headed eastbound right through parts of Sebastian County, southern Franklin County, and into Logan County too. But now just 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Let me show you some of the hail that are on these storms, and then we'll track where that hail may be headed next. So I'm going to turn off really quick where the hail has been, but where we have current hail sizes. They don't look as impressive as they were earlier, and that may be because we're starting to get the front to blow in some cooler air, but we got a small pocket of hail on the east side of Huebner. These storms have really slowed down too. And then we have another pocket of hail on the southwestern side of Kavanaugh Hill, so kind of on the southern slopes of Kavanaugh. North of Worcester, we've got a pocket of hail. This is going to be moving north and east over time, getting over the hill of Kavanaugh, maybe even dropping a little bit of small hail over the city of Poto. I think a lot of this will be maybe north side Poto, so anywhere from the Coffee Cup, anywhere north of downtown Poto, north as you head past the drive-in movie theater, you head past the high school, headed north towards the Walmart Supercenter, the Holiday Inn Express, so north side of Poto, maybe not so much for the fairgrounds. We're getting that rain, but I think the hail pocket is more towards the hill right now. Velocity, just to check, right now there's things are messy. We've got a little bit of a rotation right now in eastern LeFlore County. We have a little bit of rotation outside of Poto over Kavanaugh, but it's so broad, and that's the reason why we don't have a tornado warning. We just have a severe thunderstorm warning, mainly because of the gusty wind and hail threat. Hail threats have been a little bit smaller than they have been earlier throughout the day. This might be kind of cool. Not cool, but interesting, I should say. Let me go ahead and turn off the radar, and I'll do hail tracks, and we'll do the past 4 hours. Check this out. These are all the hail tracks that we had. Hail between 2 to 3 inches in diameter. That's massive hail. We had a huge hailstorm that came in through Fort Smith, and then Barling, Fort Chaffee, headed east into Charleston, and then eventually Subiaco and Clarksville, just south of Clarksville especially. But then Paris, Scranton, we had some of that hail. You can see how things meander too, right? How they kind of wobble. The hailstorm so far in LeFlore County has weakened quite a bit. So this was the first storm earlier today. We got the timestamp on the bottom, but we've been watching this slow little hailstorm north of Tallahena, and then it kind of maximized there over the mountains, and then it's still kind of going as you're just east of Huebner now. But let's take a look at the next hail core as maybe it comes towards Kavanaugh. Here we're looking. It drops away for a second, and then it starts to pick up. There it goes. It starts to pick up on the southern slopes of Kavanaugh. So this is a look at all the hail that we've had today. But, man, I think some of the biggest hail was in northeastern Sebastian County, close to Barling and Bloomer, Lavaca. We had some of that very large hail earlier today. We'll go back to normal radar. Michelle, they've expired. It looks like that severe thunderstorm warning for Huebner. Still have the severe thunderstorm warning for Poto.
Yes.
Okay. We've got tornado warnings towards our south. I'll zoom out a little bit. As you head south towards Pushmataha County, Choctaw counties, it's very southeastern Oklahoma. We've got a tornado warning, capable of producing a tornado. That one's moving 15 miles per hour. Slow. But right now, the biggest threat is in LeFlore County, Poteau. We've got the heavy rain for us, and the lightning kind of has dropped a little bit, but right over Poteau, we're getting that heavy rain. It's just a good soaker for us now. There could be a little bit of small hail over the hill. Anyone who lives on the hill, you get a little bit of hail could be possible. Maybe even some hail near downtown and north of downtown. But this storm will continue to press north and east. Severe thunderstorm warning still going on for at least probably 20 more minutes or so.
The one for Sebastian?
Yes.
Nine-
Eventually. Yeah, this one, yeah.
9:15.
9:15. Okay, 9:15. What time is it? 8:30. Okay. So, trying to, let's see. Let's go ahead and put velocity. Just kind of checking. We kind of do. You guys have been watching severe weather coverage. We kind of go through a loop because we're ingesting this data as you guys are. You know, when we're looking behind here, but we've got really no rotation. There a little bit of rotation east of Huebner, but it's so weak. This time of year, almost any storm will spin, but depends if it's enough. And I don't think it's enough to do anything. Hail threats continue to be out there. Looks like the hail might have a little quick uptick here on the southern slopes of Kavanaugh. Here's Poteau, kind of the eastern side of Kavanaugh here. We could be getting some of that small hail shortly. Otherwise, we just got a lot of heavy rain at the moment. Let's see. But that is our only warning right now. Michelle, if I pull up the 7-day, do you mind chatting about it a little bit?
Yes.
Or even putting that forecast together for us?
I'm going to scroll down.
Oh, I think I was fighting you. There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the good thing about tomorrow is that we did have a yellow weather alert day for it, but now it's looking like the storms on Tuesday night until Wednesday will be very, very early Wednesday morning, and continue into your Wednesday morning commute. So I think tomorrow, no severe storms are expected, maybe a stray shower or so. It will be warm tomorrow. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s with cloudy skies, so not the best day. Pretty muggy and humid and warm though until our third round of showers and storms does arrive very early Wednesday and continues into the late morning hours on Wednesday morning. Temperatures will be in the 60s on Wednesday, and if you have any Easter weekend plans, I know maybe a lot of egg hunts going on, we do have our next disturbance pushing through this weekend. We have about a 40 to 30% chance. Right now with that system this weekend, the severe threat looks pretty low, so that is some good news, but we are going to have much cooler temperatures as we start off next week. Here's looking at the River Valley. Tomorrow, temperatures for highs I could reach the low 80s once again. You've probably noticed today how warm and muggy it was. For tomorrow, like the River Valley, I think we're just going to have some scattered rain showers. The severe risk goes up significantly as we head into the overnight hours very early into Wednesday morning, and that's when we could see our third round of showers and storms. Wednesday, temperatures will be in the 60s, and then Thursday looking pretty great. That's when the sun will finally make a return. And then Friday, for Good Friday, I think will be rain-free. Just this weekend, though, if you have any plans for Easter weekend, I might want to have a plan B indoors because the outdoors, about 30 to 40% chance. Right now, again, with that system, just looking at some light rain showers, nothing too big, too severe for this weekend, so that's some good news. But look at that 85 degrees on Sunday. It's going to be very warm to end off the week. I'm going to try to see if I can find the severe risk for Tuesday morning.
It may not be in mine. I have tonight's.
Okay. Well, just so you know, for tomorrow, it's really going to be late Tuesday evening, so very, very early Wednesday morning into the late morning hours. So that would be our third round of showers and storms.
I think I made something for you. I made the wide view. Have you shown this?
No.
Okay, you can play through it. I think it's the graph.
So this is for Tuesday. Notice maybe some scattered showers, temperatures in the 70s. Again, tomorrow during the day, I think we'll have a big break. So most of the day, no severe weather. And then as we head into the overnight hours Tuesday into the early morning hours on Wednesday, that's when we could see our next round. So I'm going to go very slowly, kind of break it down for you. Notice 3 o'clock in the morning, we're still good. And then there's that cold front. This model might not go far enough.
I may not, yeah.
And so this is at 11 o'clock in the morning, and you can see that cold front starting to approach us. That's when some strong to severe storms could develop along the cold front. A lot of models don't go that far out. So we it's short range models and also some long range models. This is a short range model. So it doesn't go out past Wednesday morning. So I just expect for your Wednesday morning commute to probably be wet and rainy and stormy, but then finally we'd be done with the severe storms as we head off into the end of the week. But Wednesday, you can make sure you just stay weather aware as well, because any storms that do develop on Wednesday could turn strong or even severe, with the main threat still being large hail, up to about golf ball size, kind of like we saw today. Damaging winds about 65 miles per hour and a few tornadoes. And so just make sure you are staying weather aware as you start off your day on Wednesday.
What a week, huh?
What a week.
What a week. Hey, we're ready at 5 News. All right, so let's take I'm going to go back to the radar. Let's go ahead and take a look at the storm that's hitting Poto right now. It's our only severe thunderstorm warning, and it is right over the hill. This thing is moving very slowly. It doesn't have a lot of organization here, I'll be honest. It looks messy. It has just enough. I got a report of some very small, kind of little pea-sized hail in Poto, but that's about it, especially on the eastern slopes of Kavanaugh. It's a burst of heavy rain. Panama, Bekoshi, Shady Point towards the power plant. You'll be getting some rain here shortly. But this warning continues towards the north and east, towards Cameron, just outside of Pecola. Spiro, you're included on this too. Hackett into Sebastian County. Here's the state line. This white line shows you the state line. But we've got these storms coming in. They look a little bit bigger, but it's hard to tell. I'll go back to hail at this moment. We still continue to have some of that hail coming in right now. It's on the small side, but right over Kavanaugh, right over Poto. This is not nearly as big as the hail that we had smashed windshields from the south side of Fort Smith eastbound to Subiaco and Scranton, Charleston, and a lot of folks in the heart of the River Valley, Charleston, just anywhere along 22. But we still have that severe thunderstorm warning that is pushing through the floor. This may try to bring some rain eventually into Fort Smith, but what we've noticed a lot of times when these storms just kind of go straight northeast, eventually they do die out. Kind of like this. A lot of them have been better off if they go eastbound, as they can feed a little bit more in that warmer air, but we're starting to lose heat. Of course, now it's nighttime. But as we push north, we've got some northerly winds. I'll show you what it looks like outside with this storm. You may see some lightning off in the distance. This is a live look from a Pecola iCam. I'm going to tone down the brightness just a little bit. You might see sometimes the light from the parking lot kind of messes with the camera a little bit, but you're looking towards Kavanaugh right now. So every once in a while you may see some lightning strikes, but not as many as we're noticing earlier, and that is also generally a sign of weakening. You need a lot of lightning. Usually a lot of lightning means you got a lot of hail. Those hailstones hit each other, and it's kind of like we do it with a lot of schools where you put all the kids' hands together, and you rub it and you feel that heat. Same thing with the hailstone. You get hailstones, they're crashing and rubbing into each other, they produce heat, and sometimes that heat can help spark some lightning, and we're just not getting a lot of that. But you're looking towards Kavanaugh. I promise, I know it's dark, you can't see Kavanaugh, but I promise you're looking towards Kavanaugh, looking towards Poto from the Pecola area. So just one more warning at this time. I got a report from Emergency Management in LaFleur County. We've got quarter-sized hail in Poto. So I've had anywhere between pea-sized hail in Poto, social media reports, and then Emergency Management in LaFleur says they've got some quarter-sized hail with this storm as it continues to lift north. The rest of the River Valley looks fine. We had that stronger storm near Heavener, but this thing is really petered out. And if this one's going to peter out, and the warmest and the best air for storms is more towards Scott County, where we haven't had a whole bunch today, and this storm can't survive in it. And so this storm over Poto may eventually weaken as it presses north and east into Panama and Cameron and Shady Point, and eventually Picola, Monroe. Here's a Sugarloaf. We're getting some of the rain now in Sugarloaf. So we'll watch this. What we'll do is we'll watch this through Poto, and then we may take a quick break. And if this storm continues to blow into the Fort Smith area, we'll hop right back on. But this is very weak. This is just barely on the severe side. We have anywhere between pea-sized hail, which you can get that pretty easily. We have a few reports of some quarter-sized hail, but we'll watch this. I'll show you the hail tracker on it right now. Yeah, let me turn off the previous tracks. Look at this. It's just not producing a lot at the moment. So if you are in Poto, you may get a little bit of hail, but a lot of us are just getting a quick dose of rain, quick rumble of thunder or two. But there's not a lot of lightning with this, and this whole batch will slowly move north and east over time as it heads towards Cameron and Rock Island, eventually Picola. Maybe even get a quick shower in Fort Smith. It may slowly weaken over time.
And I really think the only reason why it is severe warned is because of that quarter-size hail.
Yeah, it's just barely quarter-sized.
Barely. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, this thing's pretty weak. It is pretty weak, but we'll continue to hop on as needed throughout the evening with these storms. Is there anything, Michelle, that you wanted to touch on really quick?
National Weather Service is staying quiet, which is some good news. They've had a busy night. Again, for tomorrow, we're taking a break. Just expect some cloudy skies, maybe some few rain showers. But our third round and final round of showers and storms are expected late Tuesday night into very early in the morning on Wednesday. So make sure, don't let your guard down just yet. We have one more day.
One more day. So this is a wide view, just to kind of give a quick recap of what's going on area-wide. Cooler air continues to come right in. Northwest Arkansas, we're good tonight. We still have these strong thunderstorms in southeastern Oklahoma, including LaFleur. A little bit of hail possible in Poto. And then another little cell coming into Scott County. But it looks like the lightning is also coming down on that one too. And then all the storms that we had earlier today that produced funnel clouds, dropped some tornadoes here and there. Weak tornadoes as far as we know at this time. We haven't had a lot of damage reports from tornadoes, but a lot of huge hail south side of Fort Smith and into eventually Logan County and Franklin County and Johnson County. But these storms now are hitting the Little Rock area, so they're dealing with those right now. Looks like they've got 2 tornado warnings in and around Little Rock. The other tornado warning back towards the south. This is Pushmataha County, Choctaw County is back in southern LaFleur County. Looking at some of the National Weather Service reports right here. Yeah, they're just reissuing that report of a quarter-sized hail piece. But otherwise, this is what we got this evening. We've got one more storm complex here, and then maybe we may be wrapping up things tonight. But we'll continue to watch. We'll hop on as needed. But right now, Poto, we're getting a little bit of light hail, but it's pretty weak, and it's headed north and east. If it starts to uptick, we'll be right back on here with you guys. But you guys, make sure you keep it local, keep it here, and as always,